idea was first started in 2021 during the pandemic. It was kind of like our advisor wanted undergrads to participate in research, but we couldn't go inside. So it was like something we could do outside that was still kind of related to research. And then we actually got people, we started planning it for the whole year. And then in spring of 2022, we ended up actually getting the plants and building the space. And it was entirely built by the hands of many dedicated undergrads, just from the grass patch it once was to all of the space. So everything was done by hand.
Compost, mulch, DG. Big job. We got a lot of people running wheelbarrows right now.
Because the main purpose of this garden is to be an example garden. So anyone in San Diego could put these plants in their garden, and they're very low maintenance since native plants, their purpose is to be in native San Diego soil. So you're not going to need to water them on a regular basis if you plant them the correct time of year. They're not going to be like your fruit plants or anything like that. You can just leave them in the ground and butterflies will come visit them. Very low maintenance, good idea for a more sustainable garden or balcony or patio. Any space you have is useful.
So this garden requires a lot of general maintenance throughout the year. We have annual plants that will bloom for one season and not come back the next year. So each year we replant those annuals in the spring. And then we have perennial plants that will come back and bloom every year. But those require a lot of pruning, weeding around these plants we have. And within this garden, we have been trying new perennial plants, new nectar plants, and seeing what really works with the space, because there's variable shade, variable sun and water requirements that might be different from guides we have. So really ever-changing, working with the space to see what plants work here, what plants are attracting pollinators and insects we want to see, and so sort of changing the landscape of the garden to work with that.
And then additionally, this garden is also used for a lot of research. Mm-hmm. So I did my undergraduate thesis in the biology honors program, and I used butterflies I found in this garden in that research. So although it is for outreach and education, there are many different uses as well. Many faculty research butterflies and other pollinators on campus that can see them in their natural environment. I personally think that's really important, to be able to see your study organism in the places it should be.
Some other future plans for the garden, I have been collaborating with the Pollinator Club at UC San Diego, and we are working on getting a native seed library put in this garden, which will have educational materials about pollinators, native plant seeds for people to take and plant at home, and stuff like that. So I think that will add a real educational outreach aspect to this garden for anyone who visits. So yeah, feel free to come check out Bonner Butterfly Garden. Make sure while you're here to take some time to slow down and look for insects, have lunch, enjoy the space, and learn a little bit about native plants and pollinators.
A big thank you to all the undergraduates who make this garden possible every year. Whether it was helping build the garden or maintaining it, it was very helpful, and we couldn't have done it without you. As well as to our advisor, Michael Perry, along with the whole Perry Lab, who was totally vital to the process, as well as our funders, the biology department, as well as the Green Initiative Fund, who helped give the funds for the garden.